Oh my goodness. Welcome to the party, everybody. It is Monday morning. It's February 7th, 2022, and it's 11:02 a.m. right here on Backchannel. My name is Hal Rudnick. I am your pal Hal. And we're going to be spending a couple hours here together just having fun, hanging out, chilling, just straight stone cold chilling on this Monday morning. And I hope your week hasn't gone off the rails yet. I hope things are still filled with promise, filled with hope. I hope you got some good things in store for you. But here's the thing, y'all. No press. This is a no press sitch. No pressure situation. If you're looking forward to your week, I love it. But if you're a Garfield, and you hate Mondays, then that's okay. You're welcome here. All are welcome. And I appreciate you coming by to hang out with your pal Hal right here on Backchannel. And for the next couple hours, we're going to be talking about some trending topics, pop culture, news, and we're going to have some goofs, gags, nonsense, hijinks, and maybe a couple of shenanigans. That's right. And I appreciate you being here. I would love for you to participate, be a part of the show. Say hi. Tell us what you're up to. Let us know, are you snacking on anything? Are you enjoying any snacks? I would love to have that information. I want to know how your weekend was. I want to know what you got going on today. Are you at home? Are you at home assembling some IKEA furniture? Are you working from home? Are you day drinking? That's okay. Again, non-judgment zone, no pressure sitch, no pressure situation. Let us know what you're up to. You could do it. You could do that a couple of different ways. You can talk to your smart device, and you do that by saying, address your smart device. Hey, smart device, whatever you call it. Then use the magic word say, and then pop in whatever you want after that. So, smart device, say, I am putting together a flurvlig from IKEA. Or smart device, say, I am snacking on a corn dog, dipping it in mustard, taking a bite, then dipping it in mustard again. I would love to hear about your corn dog ritual. And or you can go to YouTube and chit chat with us there. I would love to hear from you on YouTube. You can chit chat, or you can go to backchannel.tv. Go to backchannel.tv and chat with us, and or leave us a review. Leave a review of the Your Pal Hal Show. I would love to, you could say, too much snack talk, not enough snack talk, or just the right amount of snack talk. Up to you, whatever you want to say. Please, be kind. And like I said, we're going to be here for a couple hours. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up. And I just can't wait. I am excited. I am over the moon. Oh my goodness. We got Doug chiming in from Ohio. Doug had pizza for lunch and hot chips. That's what I'm talking about. Pizza and hot chips, nice combo. Maybe, next time, maybe a fruit or a vegetable, but pizza and hot chips, I can't say no to that. And Doug says, my weekend with my mom was okay. Just watched Law and Order. You know what? It's a classic. And got some of my good friends in the house. Grass Puddle, Monday. That's what I'm talking about. Rob Schaeffer, who is the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal Show. So I don't know if we got into a scrape, I don't know what what the fees would be. Hopefully, I could throw myself on the mercy of Rob Schaeffer for a little pro bono work if somebody wanted to litigate your Pal Hal. But for all legal matters, we turn to Rob Schaeffer, and you'd be wise to do the same. If you find yourself in Omaha, Nebraska, in need of legal counsel, you could do no better than enlisting the services of Rob Schaeffer, attorney at law. Hell yeah, we got there. That's what I'm talking about. My guy, Rob Schaeffer, holding it down. Always nice to have Rob in the house. And always nice to have my mommy in the house, Deborah Rudnick. Rob Schaeffer, I always offer a reasonable fee to secure a reasonable doubt. Yes, well played. Not just a lawyer, not just a Renaissance man, not just an executive chef, but a wordsmith as well. Thank you, Rob Schaeffer. I'm excited to be here. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm already having too much. You know what? More fun than should be legally allowed. And helping us navigate this journey, the Chewbacca to my Han Solo, Producer Travis, what is up?
Not much. I've never heard that one before, but I'll take it.
Would you be the Groot to my Rocket Raccoon?
Sure, anytime. You bet.
You know what? Can I be Can I be the pinky to your brain?
Wow, that first off, high praise. Second, I'll have to think on that. It's a lot of pressure to come up with plans if anything. I mean, you send me this rundown. I feel like that it's a reversal. You come up with this plan every day for world domination. I assume that's what our goal is here. I know we talked about that last week.
Always world domination.
Yeah.
My mom said, "Stop it." What does that mean? I think my mom thinks Pinky in the Brain is a sexual reference or something. I don't know why she's saying "stop it." I'm talking about a cartoon. Debbie Butterfield is also in the house, and that is the amazing woman who brought Travis into this world. And she says, "Hi, guys, coming at you from the cat room. Scooping and pooping is what I do best." That's what I'm talking about. Very nice.
The cats from the shelter she volunteers at.
Heck yeah. Oh, yeah, she's not a cat lady.
Oh, no. She's a dog lady. She's betrothed to her one dog, Lincoln, a poodle.
Very nice. So, Travis, I haven't seen you, and I've neither seen you nor talked to you in a good 48 hours. What's been happening in your part of the world? How was your weekend?
Ooh, big weekend. So, my mom updating on the verbiage. Big weekend. Yesterday was the proposal. It was the proposal.
Yes, let us know how. So, Travis headed down to Orange County, where Orange County, where he was going to take part in a big surprise proposal. Yes,
and boy, did I really try to do my part. Oh, I tried. So, what ended up happening was everything was good to go. I had been, rehearsing my bit, getting the timing down right, making sure it was all going to work out, because the real mitigating factor was there was supposed to be a photo op during the sunset. They had timed it perfectly. So as the sun is setting, there's like a little arrangement behind this restaurant thing where the party is all at, and it was going to be a complete surprise to the bride-to-be, and it was going to be this really neat moment. I learned something important about Orange County, and that is that everything is a chain. Everything is a chain. Because he tells me we're going to go to this place called the Blind Pig. and this was months ago, and he told me the town then, and I think I just fell out of the back of my head. And I'm just like, okay, the Blind Pig. It's like a brewery, like restaurant thing. Sounds good. I search the Blind Pig. I find one that's like an hour-ish away around Orange County. I'm like, this is naturally it. And myself and my roommate, who is also implicated in the plan now, they're on a separate text thread with the Johnny's sister and stuff, trying to help, how the whole thing's gonna go. We get to this place and we're like, all right, we're here, like just in time. And we're just like, oh, there's no lake. There's a movie theater and a seven. Oh, this is not.
Wrong Blind Pig.
Wrong Blind Pig.
Oh boy. Boy. Okay.
Yeah.
So, wait. So what time was it? What time were you supposed to be there?
So I was getting there a little bit before 4:30. Hit a bit of traffic. It was like 4:35. And I was like, okay, I got to hurry a little bit. We're going to make it here in time because I'm supposed to go on at like 4:50. And he goes up at 5:10-ish.
Oh, boy.
To do the bit. And then he walks her out at 5:15 for the whole thing. Okay, this is to the 2-minute drill. And I'm like, hey.
Yeah,
I'm in the
football
wrong
reference because this guy is a football player.
And with that, when I told him, hey, so I'm not there. In fact, I'm about a half hour away. The calm that seemed to come over this man was terrifying. He's like, okay, how long? Half hour? All right, get here when you can. I'm just like, oh no. So then there I am on a fast track toll road, pushing a Scion XB to about 95 miles an hour. Sorry, Mom. Doing what I can to get to this place in time. Made it at the time everything was supposed to be over. And what ended up happening, which honestly worked out better in the long run, was he, instead of doing the whole thing, he just invited her out the back and also grabbed his guitar and played the song that he was going to play for her as they walked down out to this lake thing. And it was a lot cuter. And I didn't even have to be involved in the first place. But I ended up making it just in time to see that happen. And everybody was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was the confusion in the initial thing? Like, did you did he give you the address, or did he tell you the location, or did you just assume? Because I do that. Listen, I will make those assumptions, and you know what assumptions? You know what happens when you assume, Travis? Makes an ass out of you and me.
Yeah.
When you assume, it makes an ass out of you and me. That's a little play on the spelling of assume.
Great joke.
I have done that. I mean, it's a classic. It's a classic for a reason. So is that? I mean, let's unpack this, Travis.
All right. Happened? So what happened was, I think he told me he sent me the exact address, like sort of a Google Maps blurb of the Blind Pig. Ended up being in Rancho San Margarita, I think.
Right.
And
Rancho
but that
Santa Margarita.
That was in like November. That was so long ago. So here I go, living my life, having, a life to a degree, and it's been a pretty busy couple of weeks. And this is just one of those things where anybody involved could have and probably should have just been like hey, this is the place, right? Or, hey, this is the place, right? Because I didn't know there was more than one. So I just, on my maps, go, the Blind Pig, and find one about an hour away in Southern California, in Orange County. I go, that must be it. In Paso Robles, California. Sounds great. I don't know. And, then it all just, as you say, when a butt over tea kettle. And, yeah. But it did honestly work out for the better, because arriving at the venue and going over to where everything was supposed to happen, this corner of the bar, they were not prepared in the least. The bar themselves, they were like, yeah, we have stuff here once in a while, comedy or whatever. Didn't have a mic stand nor a cable. The whole thing was just like, oh, this would have not worked to begin with. So, hooray.
Oh, okay. So, but what if you got there like 20 minutes early? Like, what if you got there at like 4:15 or 4:10?
I could have tried to find like a music store, or like used a broom and maybe tape a mic to it.
Oh.
But it just would have been.
What about what about using the power of your voice? You wouldn't have.
It probably
It
could have.
wouldn't have worked without a mic.
That would have worked. It would have worked for me. I don't know if it would have worked for him when he got up to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked out. Was he happy? Did you at the end? Was it a memory that'll last a lifetime?
Certainly at this point. And now so many things went wrong. It became a really great story, and it worked out. So as Dan put here in the chat, no wait, not that one. Sorry, as Grass Pedal put here in the chat, very very strong rom-com vibes. Where the big thing was Maddie just can't know. Maddie just can't know. And this poor girl, he's dragging her out of bed. They'd gone to a wedding the night before, and she was just like really kind of feeling it, so to speak. And he's like,
Sure.
yeah, we have to get ready for this. She's like, I honestly don't even really want to go. Like, I like Travis fine, but like, why do you want me to go to this gig so bad? Why do I have to do my hair? This is kind of a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And she soldiered on and was taken completely by surprise. And it ended up being perfect.
Gotcha. You know what? Glad it worked out. By the way, not only are we getting rom-com vibes, we're getting strong Rick Astley vibes from you, according to Dan Kurtz. Can you give us a little Rick Astley? Not enough that we'll get demonetized.
What is that? We're no strangers to... And there you go. That's kind of it.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around, never gonna hurt you.
You know.
Give you up, never gonna give, never gonna give, never gonna give. Come on, Travis. Come on, you're the music guy. Why am I the one that's selling the song?
Because I don't work for free.
Oh my goodness. Very nice, very nice. Also, Rob Schaeffer, calling you out a little bit, Travis.
I would say if the moral of the story is to not trust me with any time-sensitive surprises, not wrong, especially if they're like an hour away. But two, just double check, I guess. And that's now I've learned a valuable lesson. If I ever have to do anything, one is everything in Orange County is a chain. And two, because this was like a brewery that was in a strip mall next to a Ralph's. Like that's the whole deal down there. I'm learning. And two, just double check, because if I had my druthers, what I should have done was not only had the correct address, but called the venue ahead of time and been like, hey, what do you guys got there? So I knew how much stuff I had to bring and da-da-da-da.
Right.
And it worked on the whole, no pun intended, 4th and goal scenario, but we could have avoided a lot of stress. But that's okay.
You've been really crushing it with these football references and puns, Travis.
Had a lot of practice last night.
Yeah, just want to, really, if I could dump a virtual bucket of Gatorade on you right now, I would.
Thank you very much.
Why am I blurry here? I was for a moment. When I move
yeah,
around,
I think there was a titch. There was an
okay
autofocus thing that happened.
All right. Travis, very nice. I had a very enjoyable weekend, by the way. And actually, on Friday night, I went out to dinner with my wife. I'm a big wife guy. I love my wife.
Card-carrying member.
Yes. And we went out to a restaurant on the west side over here, and in Los Angeles. And in the restaurant, we were sitting outdoors, and at this restaurant, there was a table of freaking comedy royalty. I am not I'm not overstating this. I am not unnecessarily using superlatives here when I say comedy royalty. At the next table over with their wives, Albert Brooks, Billy Crystal, and Rob Reiner.
What?
Rob Reiner. Travis, if I send you this picture, I have a
text
picture
it to
here.
me.
So my wife and I, we were like, oh my God, look at this collection of amazing human beings. It was just stunning. And so after we got done, I didn't want to bother anyone while they were eating because I know people don't like that. But then as they got up and started walking to the valet parker, my wife and we had already finished our meal, so I kind of waited there like a stalker.
Nice.
I suppose. And then I went up to I went up to them as they were walking away, and Albert Brooks was already in the distance. He was gone, but Billy Crystal and Rob Reiner, When Harry Met Sally, Princess Bride, they worked on together. Have Fun Storming the Castle, and then like Billy Crystal, oh my God, and Rob Reiner, Spinal Tap, All in the Family as an actor, and just so I went up to him and I said, Mr. Crystal, or something like that. Gentlemen, excuse me, so sorry to bother you. Mr. Crystal, you are the preeminent Clippers fan in the world. And Rob Reiner, you are one of my heroes. And then I turned back to Billy Crystal and I said, you're also one of my heroes. May I get a picture with both of you gentlemen? And they went right in. They were like, yeah, sure. And I just sent Travis the picture. If you're able to pop it up. There it is. There it is. Look at that. Oh, there we are. There we are. Me and my BFFs. Meathead and you look marvelous. You look marvelous. Billy Crystal. City Slickers, Throw Mama from the Train. So many classics. Just a real thrill. Couple of comedy Hall of Famers right there.
That's incredible.
That was just a delight, and they were very nice. They were very nice. Thanks, Rob Schaeffer. You and Billy were both on Friends, so there's the connection there. Yes, I was Central Perk background on Friends. Good memory, Dan Kurtz. Nicely done.
That's incredible. Wow. What restaurant was that?
It's a very nice Italian restaurant called Toscana.
I like the idea that they went out to a very nice Italian restaurant. It seems like a very comedy royalty thing to do.
Oh yeah. So that was, and I've just been sailing along on that for the rest of the weekend.
I bet.
Like
That's great.
That was just delightful. All right, it is 11:25 right here in the home office of the Your Pal Hal Show, Los Angeles, California. It is 2:25 on the East Coast, taking you up till 4 p.m. It is 1:25 in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of Rob Schaeffer, attorney at law. 7:25 in London, England, where we will be going up until 9 p.m. And it's time to dive into the Twitterverse, to plunge into the Twitter sphere. We're going to take a look at some Twitter trends, some trending topicalities. Let's see what we got on deck here. All right, I want to unpack this Canadian trucker situation here, Travis. So I guess it's like the Canadian truck drivers, they're gumming up the works here because in order to protest what's going on with Justin Trudeau or the vaccines or something. What is this guy saying? Can you make this a little bigger? Is it okay? Truckers for Freedom, 11 a.m., 18 kilometers north of the border. Volunteers have spent the last hour organizing the thousands of pounds of supplies that have been donated by Canadians. All of us in unity with our brothers and sisters at the border who demand that all vaccine mandates be rescinded in Alberta. So there you go. This is a vaccine, an anti-vax trucker. Listen, the truckers are banding together like just a bunch of Optimus Primes to fight the Decepticon of vaccines. I say just get vaccinated. That's me. You know, that's my opinion. What's your opinion? Should these truckers chill out and get boosted? You know what? Those trucks are turbo boosted. The trucks are raised. They got a boost. They got the high wheels there. But should they get the needle in the arm? Oh, hey. Oh, did you get your vaccine? No, I didn't get my vaccine. How is my Canadian accent? Anyone north of the border? Willing to comment on my Canadian accent. Anyway, yeah, they are not taking kindly to the vaccines up there. Do you have any, is there an article? Can you pop open an article on this, Travis, just so we can get a little further info on, oh, hey, I'd rather drink a Molson and go to a Leafs game than get the vaccine in my arm. Travis, can you come in for a sec? When you
Yes.
hear my Canadian accent, is it more Canadian or is it more Irish or
It's
Oh yeah, Grass Puddle said I took a huge left turn into Ireland on that accent.
Yeah, it's getting more Irish by the second there, but you really had me there. Kind of a bit of a Wheels Ontario from the Krill Show grade.
Oh,
Canadian
sure.
accent.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'd rather have a Molson than a Guinness because I'm from Canada, not Ireland, you see. And you can keep your Foster's lager because I'm not from Australia and I'm not a pirate. I don't want any grog. I'll take me Molson Golden. Rob Schaeffer says, from what I read, the truckers aren't anti-vax. They're anti-vaccine mandates. I don't see a problem with that stance. Yeah, here's the thing. It's that's the nexus here. Dan Kurtz says slip the vaccine into a bear claws at Tim Hortons. Listen, you could do it a lot worse. Then here's what I love to do. I love to go see the Ottawa Senators play a hockey game. And then I like to go to Tim Hortons to get a cup of coffee and a bear claw. And then I like to drink Foster's. And then I like to drink maple syrup straight out of the tree. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the mandate is the issue. Like the free, like where people's employment being, if you have to interact with others, but if you're just in your truck, yeah, I wonder about the vaccine mandate. I'm vaxxed, I'm boosted. Listen, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm signed up. Sign me up, baby. Listen, I'm a Fauci guy. But I know some people aren't Fauci guys, especially up in Canada where they're doing their own thing. Fauci is an American CDC representative. Travis, any other thoughts on this?
On the issue, no. I just think this Canadian Leprechaun is a pretty decent character.
Oh yeah. Oh hey. Welcome. If we ever have a Canadian story that we need to talk about, if we ever have to talk about a Canadian story, we can. I will whip this out in a heartbeat. Oh sure. Listen, I am no stranger to Mike Myers, Eugene Levy, all of the greats from north of the border. Oh, Canada. All right, I watched enough hockey games in the 1980s to know the Canadian national anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, and all our God's command. With glowing hearts, we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. Et cetera, so on and so forth. So, yeah, no, I can see where Rob Schaefer's coming from on that. Listen, I'm a vaccine guy. You've heard of the Island Boys. I'm not an Island Boy, I'm a vaccine boy. Yeah, the mandates, do they infringe too much on the freedoms? Truckers say yes, and it's causing a real gridlock north of the border there. So, yeah, hopefully they bring that to a resolution. Let's see what else is trending here. Rogan, Spotify. Oh, the gift that keeps on giving, this story. You know what? I've done I've been doing this show for several months. I've been podcasting for or going into a couple of years now, and I've hosted many shows. You know what? Proud to say, not one N-bomb. You're not going to hear me. Yeah. I know. I didn't have to be in my 50s, you know, to like come to the realization that, oh, that might not, like, this was like 2 years ago, a year ago that Joe Rogan was just carpet bombing with the N-word here. Like, yeah, not a good look. Horrifically offensive. Like, who are like that's not for you. And then on top of that, like, he comes out and he apologizes, but just last week or the week before, he was moralizing and litigating when like what black people should call themselves with Jordan Peterson. Like, these two very white guys were like rationalizing what people of color should call themselves. Like, stepping into unfortunate racial politics is something that Joe Rogan is no stranger to. So yeah, the people are pulling the music off. Spotify pulled down 70 episodes of the Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah, dude. And here's the thing. I'm not like a straight up Rogan hater. Again, I think he's done some fun comedy stuff over the course of his career, and I really enjoy 110 episodes, Dan Kurtz is saying. And I think Joe Rogan, I enjoy watching the UFC. I enjoy catching the fight highlights, and I think Rogan is good in that content. But yeah, man, it's just too many instances here. Like, I'm not saying cancel the dude, but Dan Kurtz saying, and they made an intern listen to all of them. Yeah. Or hopefully they could just set an alert where it's like, okay, can we get an algorithm alert when the N-word pops up? And then they're like, yeah, we'll probably just have a couple. And then the guy who was in charge of like following the algorithm alert for the N-word of Joe Rogan's podcast, he's like, oh crap, we're blowing up. Oh, yeah, this algorithm, Joe Rogan's N-word algorithm is like, it's blowing up. Spotify, oh, very good. Dan Kurtz, somebody stole your joke on here. The Spotify intern who had to find every racial slur in Joe Rogan's catalog. Oh boy. Yeah, just not a good look. I never understood these guys. Like, I don't hate Bill Maher. I used to be a fan of Louis C.K., but these guys who are like, I'm a white dude, and somehow I've navigated and got like the big old hall pass to say that word. Like, it's a horrific word of oppression, and how people of color and black people want to use and treat that word. That is not for me to say. And the word is not for me to say because it's a horrific tool of oppression. Rob Schaeffer chiming in. It would be interesting to see what is in Rogan's contract with Spotify. I wonder if Spotify, by pulling all those episodes, is in breach of contract. Perhaps, because, and thank you for bringing it to the letter of the law, because there are a couple of, there are multiple sides to this. There's what's morally right and what a halfway decent, intelligent person would do. But then there's also the letter of the law and the contract. So that's a great side to bring up there, Rob. I appreciate that. Grass Puddle saying, before that picture, she was a 19-year-old white girl from Minnesota. The picture of the intern. Okay. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think anybody and everybody would be disheartened by some of this stuff. Spotify CEO Daniel Ek confirms removal of Joe Rogan's episodes after N-word video surfaces. Yeah, I think it was India Ari, the singer, really brought the spotlight to this as far as Joe Rogan and his penchant for this utterance. And then also, I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to wade into it because it's just ugly. But there was, from probably a decade or so ago, Joe Rogan describing a joke or telling a joke off the cuff that it was horrific and quite racist. Quite racist. It was a quick utterance, but it was gross and disgusting. Rogan chose to pull all the episodes. Rogan chose to pull all the episodes. Spotify will also spend $100 million on content from marginalized groups. Interesting. So, yeah, there we are. Bunch of episodes pulled down. Kind of just a crap storm, a big old crap storm. And it's... And then, a lot of people have different opinions on it. I feel like, there's a lot of attention on Joe Rogan now, so people are looking. Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports, which is also, has some unfortunate takes and some very misogynist and unfortunate. Also, can be funny, but yeah, I don't count myself as a stoolie, as they call him. He was saying, "Oh, this is an organized hit on Joe Rogan. The left wing is doing it." Listen, the stuff's there. The stuff is out there. Oh, and then more collateral stuff happening because Joe Rogan is that much more held aloft and become a darling of like the right wing. And he's often seen as an on-ramp into right-wing politics. Now, people are calling out Howard Stern. Howard Stern has adopted some very liberal, some left-wing ideals in politics, and people are started sharing this video of Howard Stern from 1993. You don't have to bring up the video, but Howard Stern is in blackface, and he's mocking, intentionally being extra awful. There was a time in 1993 when Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg were dating, and Ted Danson went in blackface. I think it was a roast or something like that. And Howard Stern put on blackface and was extremely intentionally like, oh, let's be the most over-the-top racist as a bit. But people are calling for Howard Stern to be canceled. Here's the difference. That was intentionally trying to push the issue. Also, it was 30 years ago, whereas Joe Rogan was saying the word 2 years ago. There's a little bit of a difference there. But either way, I'm not trying to I don't want to apologize for anyone and any this stuff. But it's just like it's become a tit for tat and so on and so forth. So, yep, a lot of stuff. Oh, got to give a shout out to my friend Stacy in Texas, hanging out with Tracy today. Hello, Aunt Tracy. Hello, my friend Stacy. Nice to see you here. Doug, is in the house. Thank you for, again, your participation. My mom is in the stream. I said Deborah Rudnick is here, but also listening is someone who calls themselves your mom. So I don't know if it's also my mom or just someone who's everyone's mom. William, thank you for being here. I want to shout out Deborah McIntosh, Amanda in Vermont, Verona in New Hampshire, Sunny. It's always a sunny day with Sunny in Indiana. Bella. Stacy says her mom is also here. Very nice. Bella in Northern Virginia. Doug in Ohio. Yes. Nathan and sometimes C in Texas. Jennifer Lopez in New York, Cole in South Carolina, and glad to have everybody here. Rob Schaeffer chiming in. How about neither guy's content is removed? Put a warning on it and let people listen to it who listen to it. Let the speaker show that they are an idiot instead of hiding it. Yeah, no, Rob, like that's a great point. Like, once we start like trying to, censor every potentially racist thing that some people might think is racist and some people might not think is racist or wrong, it becomes a very slippery slope. So I think that is an option. Put a warning on it though. That would, because listen, if I was a parent, I wouldn't want my kids listening to some some white dude who's irresponsibly spouting the N word. But also, do you put a medical safety warning on it because of vaccine misinformation? Yeah, a lot of questions there. Listen, more questions than I have answers. But there you go. Rob Schaeffer, thank you as always for sharing your opinion there. Let's see what else is trending. What else is trending? Oh, all right. Let's shift gears. There's a fun movie question here. It's a fun movie question. Let's get everybody to chime in on this. Great, thank you, Travis, for bringing that right up. Travis, if you can make that just a titch bigger, and then here's what's going to happen, everybody. I'm going to give you 5 movies. So there are a bunch of rows of movies. I'm going to give you 5 movies. You have to pick one. Oh boy. This is already tough. Okay. So here are the 5 movies in the first row. This is so hard. Please chime in with each one. Travis, I would love to get your opinion as well on this. So if you want to pop up. All right. Here's the first row. All right. Get ready. Already a Sophie's choice. I got my pick for this, though. All right, here are the 5 movies. You can only pick one. The Dark Knight. Avengers Infinity War. Joker, Joaquin Phoenix version. Superman, the original Superman from 79. And Captain America Winter Soldier. Rob Schaeffer chiming in right away. Avengers Infinity War in a close call. I can't fault you for that. I mean, that double saga of Infinity War and Endgame, they did the damn thing. Marvel stuck the landing. Grasspuddle chiming in Winter Soldier. You guys, am I a basic B for going Dark Knight? I think I'm going Dark Knight. Heath Ledger's too good. The opening bank robbery. I think I'm going Dark Knight, you guys. Travis, what about you? Where are you at?
As someone who... Look, you're not a basic B. You're not. Because even myself, who has a Winter Soldier sort of little figurine here on display at all times on my desk.
Yes.
Because I love that movie. It's my favorite Marvel film. It was based on my favorite comic run. All that said,
yes,
The Dark Knight's too good. It's such a good movie.
Yeah. I mean, that Heath Ledger performance is like...
Yeah.
Listen, Joaquin Phoenix won the Academy Award for his performance. So did Heath Ledger posthumously for Best Supporting Actor. But those moments, they just stick with you. It's just haunting. Stacy chiming in Dark Knight as well. Stacy, I'm right there with you. Mm-hmm. And Tim, I like the way he posits this. I'll be the misanthrope who chooses Joker. Listen, it's a good film. I feel like it's a little long, but it's a good film and filled with great moments and memorable, great performance. Did you have one last thought before we move to the next row?
Oh, not at all. Just had to kill my darling. And
yeah, Winter Soldier's so good. I mean, Grasspuddle went with Winter Soldier, and the action in that, and the next level, kind of espionage and grittier action. I really thought that was just Winter Soldier. Don't sleep on it. Great Marvel film. All right, let's see the next row, please, Travis. All right. Okay. already, like just too difficult. Black Panther, Batman v Superman, Logan, Batman Returns, and is that Into the Spider-Verse?
It is.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Wow. You know what? I got to go Logan. I don't know. I just like the gritty. I like the gritty. Into the Spider-Verse is damn close, though. Oh, boy. So, again, Black Panther, Batman v Superman, Logan, Batman Returns, or Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Logan with Into the Spider-Verse right on its heels. Logan with Into the Spider-Verse. Stacy goes Batman Returns hands down in that row. Stacy, listen, not a bad decision there, because Batman Returns, it's a great Batman movie. Michelle Pfeiffer crushes so hard in that movie, and it's also a Christmas movie. Rob Schaeffer and I see eye to eye on this one. Logan in an easy choice. Travis, where are you at?
I'm going to flip yours, and Spider-Verse edges out Logan. Logan was so good, I had to call my dad after just to check in on him. Just like, hey, how you doing?
Right.
But Spider-Verse, from not only a feat of storytelling, but a feat of animation as well. And that's something that I really value when it's there. It's one of the most creatively and brilliantly animated films in a very long time. And with that, comprehensively edges out Logan. With Batman Returns, near third.
Gotcha. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I would also put Batman Returns third. I would put Black Panther fourth, and Batman v Superman a distant fifth for me. Grass Puddle chiming in with Logan, but I want Batman Returns. Also, we got my pal Tim in New Hampshire chiming in with I'll go Spider-Verse because it's the most fun. Yes, but between Logan and Spider-Verse, that's the damn, that's close. Oh, yeah. Dan Kurtz, I used to work at the company who did the end credit animation for Into the Spider-Verse. Very cool. That movie, just game changer. Like, just beautiful, amazing. And then also just the inclusivity of, like, the new Spider-Man, the Miles Morales Spider-Man was dope as hell. All right, let's go to the next row. Captain Marvel, X2, Man of Steel, Doctor Strange, Aquaman. Interesting.
They've done a good job tiering these, I think.
Yeah, because it's like, this makes it a little tougher. Dang. Captain Marvel, X2, United, Man of Steel, Doctor Strange, or Aquaman. I think it's between Doctor Strange and X2 for me. I'm probably going to go X2. Travis?
That's funny. I will also go X2, but Doctor Strange is a distant fourth. I think that movie is hot garbage, personally.
Gotcha.
And same with Aquaman. So I think this is a really good tiered group in terms of that kind of middle seed of hero flicks for me.
I think Aquaman is dumb fun, though.
Yeah, Aquaman is fun. I'll give it that.
Rob Schaeffer going with Aquaman. None are great, but that one is the best. I mean, X2 is a very good X-Men movie.
Yeah, I think it's really good. And also you get body paint Alan Cumming. Who doesn't want that?
There you go. Yeah, truth be told, the X-Men movies run together for me a little bit, those early ones. I just know that X3, the Brett Ratner one, is the bad one.
Yeah.
I'd go X2. Man of Steel I find to be an imperfect film.
Nope.
Not that, I just felt like it was trying to do too much. It was trying to be Superman 1 and Superman 2 all in the same movie, and it became just a little overloaded.
And Captain Marvel ends up being sort of the opposite end of the coin, where you have the same level of, ridiculously powered hero, but without, like, the abject violence. Fun thought, one of my roommates posited the theory that Captain Marvel, not a great Marvel film, incredible Dragon Ball Z movie. Absolutely home run of a DBZ movie.
Gotcha. I'm not a DVZ enough guy to really pick up all of what could fit in that world, but I appreciate the take. Tim going for Captain Marvel. There you go. Thank you,
right on.
Tim. Stacy, who's a big fan of Batman, owns Batman Returns on DVD, says her mom loves Doctor Strange.
Right on.
Momoa would have been a better Lobo. Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. All right, let's see that next tier.
Interesting.
Okay, so this is the final one. So you have, is that the first Spider-Man?
That might
the
be
first Tobey
Spider-Man, not
Maguire?
Spider-Man 2. I see Alfred Molina reflected in the eye.
Oh, gotcha.
Tobey
So
Maguire there.
Yes, Spider-Man 2, where you have, Doc Ock. Very nice. That's a good one. Raimi's Spider-Man 2 is pretty great. Spider-Man, is
2
that
also?
Spider-Man Homecoming? Or
No, it's Homecoming, exactly.
no, Far From Home.
Oh, wait, is that Far From Home? Yeah, that's Far From Home.
The second
Yeah,
one is
sorry.
Far From Home. Watchmen, V for Vendetta, Wonder Woman. So I want to like Watchmen. I feel like it's got. I like it better than a lot of people. That movie and the opening sequence by Zack Snyder is gorgeous, set to that Bob Dylan song. But yeah, the whole movie is a little impenetrable for the uninitiated, and it's a little too long. V for Vendetta, I don't love. Wonder Woman is very good, but for me, it comes down to these two Spider-Man movies. I think you got to go with Raimi's Spider-Man 2. I think, even though it has become a little bit corny since then. Like it hasn't aged perfectly, but man, I don't know. I'm also just Alfred Molina was so good in No Way Home, in Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't know. So maybe I'm just like, because of that, like I go Molina. Molina, like among the best villains, all like in comic book movies all time, especially with that turn in No Way Home. Yeah, Grass Puddle, agrees with me. Spider-Man 2, always Raimi. Yeah, and like Tobey Maguire's my guy. Like as far as Spider-Man go. I love Tom Holland, but Tobey Maguire is my favorite. Maybe it's just like I was younger and more impressionable then. Rob Schaeffer says Wonder Woman for me by a hair. Listen,
Interesting.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman is very well made, and they stuck the landing. And don't forget, that was at a time when like Wonder Woman like saved the DC EU. You know, like Wonder Woman was like, listen, we don't have to throw out the whole thing. This is good. Whereas like everything else was a little uneven. And then there's so many beautiful shots. I really like. Wonder Woman is a very impressive movie. And then it also like just opened doors for female-led superhero films. Let's see if anybody's talking in the other chat. Tim. Tim with a hot take here. You know I love hot takes. Mm-hmm. And in that previous row with Watchmen, Tim's saying he's going with Watchmen. Not fantastic, but an A+ for effort. Yeah, like Tim makes a great point. And don't forget, with that Watchmen movie, the Rorschach stuff was really gritty and good. Like, there's a lot to like about that Watchmen movie, especially if you're a fan of the graphic novel. So, yeah, Tim, it's like, I don't quite agree, but, like, I can see how you can make that point. Stacy giving some love to Wonder Woman, and it's and just loving its connection to the Justice League and everything. Yeah, it might be the best of the Justice League movies, Wonder Woman. Would you say that, Travis? In this current incarnation of the Justice League?
Give me that take one more time. I'm sorry, I got
Wonder Woman is the best film out of all of those characters who are part of the new Justice League.
I think honestly, kind of unfortunately, yeah, like it's good. It hit me as a kind of like pretty good movie, not a great movie, but I will agree with that sentiment of this class of DC films. It's the best of the bunch.
Yeah, although Zack Snyder's Justice League is, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's a good time. I think the only thing that tops it is only Chris Pine's scenes from the second Wonder Woman. If you just isolate those, those are fun.
Yeah, Dan Kurtz. Yeah, shout out Jackie Earl Haley, who killed it as Rorschach.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what I had the unfortunate time of watching? Closer to Halloween, but I had never really watched the Jackie Earl Haley Nightmare on Elm Street, the Freddy Krueger.
Oh no, that's such
It's not great.
Oh yeah.
It's
Bummer.
It's so dark and like it has none of the joy of Robert Englund's Freddy Krueger. Robert Englund's Freddy Krueger, he's riffing. Robert Englund's Freddy Krueger is just fun. It's just a good time. It's a ride, laughs, scares, teeny boppers getting murdered. It's real dumb fun. Don't fall asleep. The Jackie Earl Haley one is just dour. It's just like this evil murdered child molester is dour.
And back.
And back. And it's just depressing. It has none of the joy of the Robert Englund version, and you need it. Otherwise, it just becomes hard to watch at times. There you go. That was a Twitter post that we talked about. And let's move on to. Oh, I wanted to do this. All right. So usually we do it a little later in the show if we're going to have a wrong answers only segment, but we're combining it with our trending topics here because. So, I should have tied this to the Joe Rogan Spotify thing a little bit, but no matter. Whitney Cummings, who she's, I think she's a funny comedian. I've enjoyed some stuff she's done, but she had a polarizing tweet this past weekend, and her tweet was she was trying to defend Joe Rogan and his take on him getting censored, called out, and getting in some hot water on Spotify. And is there any profanity in that tweet, or can we bring it up, Travis? Thank you. So here's Whitney Cummings' tweet. Comedians did not sign up to be your hero. It's our job to be irreverent and dangerous, to question authority, and to take you through a spooky mental haunted house so you can arrive at your own conclusions. Stay focused on the people we pay taxes to be moral leaders. Okay, so just a thing about that. You know what? I'll give you the perfect response to that, and it doesn't come from me. It comes from Mark Maron, who has become a real megaphone for comedians, obviously with his WTF podcast, which before Rogan, there was Maron. Or maybe at the same time, but whatever. He said, he responded to that Whitney Cummings tweet. If you would bring that up one more time, the Whitney Cummings tweet, please. He responded to this, it's our job to be irreverent, dangerous, to question authority, to take you through the spooky mental haunted, blah, 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 blah. Mark Maron said, I would add be funny to that list. What about to be funny? Sometimes it's a comedian's job maybe to make you laugh. I don't know. Just me. Maybe, you know what? Maybe it's just me, but yeah. Yeah, it's yes. Why? Okay, so it doesn't fall on deaf ears. I mean, she makes a point. Comedians have, oftentimes been able to take us into choppy waters intellectually, politically, and been able to make us think in addition to making us laugh. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. Joe Rogan, he ain't being a comedian when he was dropping the N-bombs. I'll just say that. Like, he wasn't like in the middle of his edgy comedy routine. He was like just talking about an issue and then would, like in all the context that I've seen it come up from him. And if he was a comedian, that would be, so I don't know what she's defending here, but anyway, she's defending free speech, I guess, there. Trying to define what a comedian is, saying like, I am a comedian. I'm not gonna say I am a comedian. I get paid to do comedy. I tell jokes. I write sketches. I do improv. I'm all sorts. Can you call an improv comedian a comedian, or can you just, as an improv comedian, just a hobbyist? No, I'm kidding. Shout out to all my improv homies. But
ouch.
I love improv, and I've done improv for over 20 years. I get a lot of joy though from there are a couple of accounts on Instagram that like just make fun of improv because there's a lot of good improv. There's also a lot of bad improv, and I have been on that train inviting people to improv. I've invited people to a lot of improv shows. I've done improv shows where the cast outnumbers the audience. Oh yeah, I've been there and back again with it. And I've done improv in front of kings and queens in a full house. Inspired by Whitney Cummings, we asked, what is a comedian's job? Wrong answers only. In honor of that pretentious posting about the heroic efforts, about saying we're not heroes, but here's what we do. We're kind of heroes from Whitney Cummings. Listen, we didn't sign up to be your hero. We just are. Yeah, we're going through, we're putting on our armor and going into that intellectual battlefield to be irreverent and dangerous. I mean, sometimes true, but like, chill out. So what's a comedian's job? Wrong answers only. And I think we got some wrong answers. Travis, should we scroll up here? I just don't want to stumble into any cuss words and whatnot. All right. Here's some answers. What is a comedian's job? Wrong answers only. A comedian's job is to be funny enough to never have to get a real job, without relying on being racist or spreading dangerous misinformation during a global pandemic. Bam! I like that. Grass Puddle says, Rogan tells jokes. When I think Rogan, I don't think comic. Oh, yeah. Rogan is like, you can call him a lot of things, but he's a stand-up comedian for sure. He spent tons of time at the Comedy Store, and he's, well-traveled, absolutely stand-up comedian. But now I agree with you, Grass Puddle. Host, broadcaster, podcaster. So, that's what he's become more well-known for at this point, I think. Dan Kurtz. With great humor comes great responsibility. Yes, tying it back to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, or all Spider-Mans. But this was Near Dark with a really good response there. A comedian's job is to be funny enough to never have to get a real job. I love that. Without relying on being racist or spreading dangerous misinformation, right? My friend Dara says, comedian's job is to be like Henry VIII, dangerous and irreverent. Henry Henry VIII, very dangerous, very irreverent. Be careful if you marry Henry VIII. You may lose your head. There you go. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. On this, wrong answers only. Comedian's job is to crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women. I'm sorry, you said wrong answers only. There you go. Old Dirty Daddy says, growing up on the farm, my dad used to hire comedians to run up and down the fields waving their arms to frighten the birds away. That, you know what? That sounds like a solid day job. A solid day job for a comedian. Here's Dan Kurtz, who's with us in the chat right now, said misspelling your name on your Starbucks cup. So if you're a comedian, you will be working at Starbucks. Well played, Dan. Well played, Dan Kurtz. A comedian's job is to keep the audience entertained until the plastic duck drops from the ceiling with the secret word. A Groucho Marx reference for those of you scoring at home. Very nice. Groucho Marx, the Marx Brothers. He hosted a talk show, or hosted a game show back in the day with the secret word and the duck and the cigar and the eyebrows and all that stuff. Very nice, very nice. I enjoy that footage of him and that lady. A comedian's job to quell the riots. We were talking about the Watchmen film, Zack Snyder's Watchmen, earlier, and there is the comedian character from the Watchmen. There we go. There we go. What's the deal with a comedian's job? Chuck Groundhog says. What's the deal with a comedian's job? It is 12:09, by the way, on the West Coast, 3:09 on the East Coast. We're taking you up until 4 p.m. on the East Coast, 1 p.m. on the West Coast. It is 2:09 in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of our friend Rob Schaeffer, where we'll take you up till 3 p.m. 8:09 London, England time, where we'll be taking you up until 9 p.m. And a few more of these wrong answers only off of this Whitney Cummings tweet. What is a comedian's job? Wrong answers only. Make coffee and get people's names wrong. Oh, Dan Kurtz, someone stole your joke. Doggone it. Shmee, stole your joke. Stacy chimes in. Is a comedian's job to make you laugh every time? And I know this. It is a comedian's job to make you laugh every time. I know this because I haven't had Tracy with me, and she makes me laugh every day. So Tracy's a comedian in Stacy's world. And Stacy, we said wrong answers only. You got a right answer there. It is a comedian's job to make you laugh. So thank you for keeping it real, Stacy. I appreciate where you're coming from on that. That's for darn sure. All right, a couple more of these. To be politically correct in a world where people are becoming more and more sensitive every day. See, Pierced Spirit, I see what you're doing there, and like you're saying, we have to be more politically correct as a comedian. Listen, I think a comedian should have room to fail. I think a comedian should be allowed to make mistakes and do something that is not politically correct, but you need an awareness, and you got to thread the needle. You got to thread the needle. You've got to be precise. If you are clumsy, if you're going to take that chance and do the dance, you might crap your pants. There you go. Good night, everybody. No, if you're going to try to navigate those choppy waters, you've got to get it right. Otherwise, it could blow up in your face. So do it, but realize the risk reward and all that good stuff. Let's see a couple more of these. What's a comedian's job? Server. and hopefully move up to bartender. Ouch! From Ye Andy. Kevin Ross officially says, a comedian has to be Conan the Barbarian. To crush your enemies and see them driven before you and hear the lamentation of their women. That was, we great minds think alike. To quote George Carlin in order to appear smart. Oh, okay. Yes. That often works. Adam Droge, wrong answers only. Okay. Be racist, offensive, hurtful, and insensitive, passing it all off as a joke. There you go. I mean, comedians do that. Comedians will use that framework in order to like Trojan horse and some garbage sometimes. So yeah, no bueno. What's a comedian's job? Wrong answers only. Having a Spotify podcast. Mic drop. Thank you, George Jacobson, on Twitter. And those are some of our wrong answers only. Travis, what have you got?
I've got 3 ringers real quick for this, if we have time.
Hit me.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to step away for a moment.
Sure.
And you hit us with those ringers, Travis.
You got it. So, what is a comedian's job? Wrong answers only. Kylie Brakeman, star of the COVID pandemic with her hilarious videos, says a comedian's job is not to be your moral compass. It is to slip on a pile of loose marbles while shouting, "Aw, jeez." Megan Beth Coaster, I don't know where she's from, on Twitter says a comedian's job is to get so rich they have no functional knowledge of the culture they're criticizing. That's pretty funny. And last but not least, Billy Eichner on Twitter, from Billy on the Street fame, a comedian's job is to stop New Yorkers on the street and ask them if they have any thoughts about Michelle Pfeiffer. End of discussion, which is what he does in the show, Billy on the Street. So there were some additional from some comedy personalities. Wrong answers only. I get to throw my own Chiron off of this? This is wild. Wow, I'm truly master and commander, far side of the world right now. Anyways, as Hal said, it's about noon 15. He's going to be back here in a second. If we have the time, might as well sneak in a little bit more of...
I'm back.
Okay, we'll pick that up next time.
Travis.
Yes.
Did... those people weren't responding to our post. They were
those were just some takes I saw in my my trolling of Twitter this morning.
Gotcha. Big fan of everyone there. Kylie Brakeman, Billy Eichner, Billy on the Street. I did some writing for Billy on the Street a couple of years ago.
Really?
Very enjoyable. Yes. I was a contributing writer, not a staff writer, but a contributing writer.
What was that process like as a sort of a show based around a Man on the Street segment?
Oh, so we just had to do write a bunch of questions potentially and bits that they could run up and use. And I submitted like several pages of bits, and they used a bunch of them, and that was a very enjoyable experience.
Any standout favorites?
Man, like I'd have to bring it up. It was like 4 years ago. I'd have to open my document. Yeah,
that's long.
Yeah, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. All right.
Who knows these days?
Who knows? I mean, time. It
dawned on me last night at that proposal party as people who. There's also something to be said about being 30, and then you talk to a couple that seem pretty well put together, and they're like, yeah, we're 27. And you're like, well, I regret everything I've done in my life. But just the distillation of time, now being on the other side of the pandemic to an extent, at least being out in the world, and also in Orange County where COVID doesn't exist. Like, I feel like I've been asleep for 2 years. When did all this happen? What? Exactly like you said, what even is time anymore?
Yeah. Exactly. But those people who they have it all together. They've got the white picket fence, the 2 cars, the 1.5 kids, and the dog, all at 27. You know what? Yeah. Make your mistakes in your 20s. Do whatever in your 20s. Don't hold yourself up to that. Like Travis, when I was in my 20s, I was riding the rails, huffing paint.
Wow.
I was jumping into boxcars and huffing paint and just watching the country go by from a train car.
Let that be a lesson to any aspiring TV writers out there.
There
Hop
you
on
go.
rail cars and huff paint.
Hop on rail cars, huff paint, and you might end up being a contributing writer for Billy on the Street. All right. It is 12:17. You know what? We're going along with all the Twitter stuff, but it's the gift that keeps on giving. One last thing. Leslie Jones. My mom says, "Get out." Just kidding, Mom. I never huffed paint. No, thankfully. Mother, I kid. Make an illicit drug reference just to check if your mom is still watching the show. All right, Travis, would you mind bringing up that Leslie Jones tidbit? All right, Leslie Jones doesn't stay anywhere. I'm not welcome. So I'm starting to feel like this should be my last Olympics I live tweet. I know, another celebrity complaining, but I'm tired of fighting the folks who don't want me to do it. They block my videos, and they get folks who think they can do it like me. And I'm tired of fighting them. I love the athletes, and they love me doing it. And I know y'all love it, but now it's just gotten too hard, and no one is fighting for or with me. So I guess I'll leave it to the professionals, but thank you for all the love. Up to y'all now. This is, again, why we can't have nice things. Leslie Jones, she's funny, and she brings levity to the whole affair. She goofs. She has unbridled enthusiasm, and she's got a specific comedic voice. I enjoy seeing her wrap-ups. I enjoy seeing her get excited about various sports, various Olympic events. So to hear that, there's haters coming out of the woodwork, screw them. F the haters, Leslie Jones. I am sorry. People, be kind. Rewind. Be kind to Leslie Jones. Again, why we can't have nice things. I remember, there were some awful right-wing provocateurs out there who marshaled their forces to get angry at Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones has, put up with too much. When you're a celebrity, you kind of put yourself in the crosshairs sometimes. It's like, listen, I'm going to be out there. My voice is out there, and people are, oftentimes going to judge that. But all the hate, if you don't like her, don't listen, But there was some awful stuff that toilet goblin, Milo Yiannopoulos, if you remember that piece of crap years ago, who's since gotten kicked off Twitter, deplatformed for just being a hate monger. And he brought a lot of hate and bullying, online cyberbullying against Leslie Jones. She's been through the ringer. And yeah, I don't like to see that. I enjoy her. I think she's funny. I think she's got just a great voice and perspective and enthusiasm in regards to the Olympics. She makes me smile. She makes me laugh. This is a pro Leslie Jones house right here. There you go. Travis, you know what? Every week we dive into the Twitterverse to look at to do a deep dive. And I just wanted to take a brief look, and we might do more of this. A fan profile. The fan Twitter site. And I came across one that I enjoyed. And we're going to take a look at the fan site of John Hamm. John Hamm. Listen, everybody, on today's Twitter deep dive, you're getting a full serving of ham. you're getting just a little slice of ham. This is Jon Hamm Online. This is a fan account dedicated to the multi-talented actor Jon Hamm. We have been around since 2010, they say. Okay, and you can see it right there. Joined July 2010. Hashtag Jon Hamm. At Jon Hamm Online. There's some good ham. Handsome guy. A little smirk and a smile, a little smile and a smirk. There you go. Not showing a lot of teeth in those smiles. Not showing any teeth in those smiles. Follower-wise, they have 18.9 thousand followers. 18,900 and change. Let's see what we got. Let's see what they got from the Jon Hamm Online account. Let's check out a tweet, shall we, Travis? Please scroll up. All right. This is what, like, 2020 current mood. And it's just, I'm going to describe each of these Jon Hamm faces. This is the pandemic calendar 2020 current mood Jon Hamm. January, all right, I'm in my tuxedo. Happy New Year, looking good. February, hey, what's going on over there? Still got a little bit of, still kind of got like my little devil may care attitude. March 2020. Hey, y'all remember March 2020? It's like, okay, I'm a little bit alarmed. What's going on here? April 2020. Jon Hamm has got to lay down and collect himself. Like, really? Are we going through this? May 2020. Oh, boy. Wow. Just let me collect myself. I'm a little hungover from being quarantined and drinking this whiskey. And I am just gathering my thoughts. June 2020. What? Still? How? What? July 2020. I mean, come on. August 2020. Well, still here. Gonna be here for a while. September 2020. What year is it? What's happening? That is the Jon Hamm calendar, the Jon Hamm facial expression reactions to the pandemic in 2020. Let's see what else we got with this Jon Hamm fans, this Jon Hamm fan run. Well played, AMC. Yeah, Jon Hamm has the new commercials for Apple TV Plus, where he's like, "Hey, can I get on Apple TV? Can I get on Apple TV Plus?" And they don't return his calls. But AMC proudly has Jon Hamm in Mad Men. What more do you need? We have Jon Hamm. Very nice. Yeah. Lovely. Jon Hamm has his own Topps baseball card. I mean, come on. I like with the to the victor go the spoils. That is like one of the great perks of being a celebrity. You get to play in like a celebrity baseball or softball game there, and then you get to wear your St. Louis Cardinals jersey, and you get your own baseball card. That's good stuff. What else? Let's see more. Jon Hamm. We are giving you more than your daily recommended allowance of ham. We all agree we need more ham. Apple TV commercial we're talking to. Yes, there you go. Discover the stars on that Apple TV commercial. Jon Hamm with Betty White. Oh, R.I.P. Betty White. Oh, Betty White has a debonair, cohort right there. Oh my goodness. Here's Jon Hamm at the St. Louis Blues outdoor winter classic hockey game. Not warm. Go Blues. Not warm. Go Blues. Yeah, freezing temps right there. Most recognizable man at the Winter Classic with St. Louis Blues fan, not Jon Hamm. There you go. Jon Hamm posing with Pal. Jon Hamm favorite episode of Madman Explained and Screen Rant. Can't wait for October 24th. Oh, John Hamm had a nice little turn in the first episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, playing just like a goofy version of himself, a goofier version of himself. Actor John Hamm during his time at University of Texas, 1990. Photo from the Cactus Yearbook. There we go. There we go, John Hamm. Keep these gems coming. This is from Richard Lewis. I've posted this on here before. Needed a laugh with so much depressing stuff floating around our lives. In my darkest hours, when I share laughs with pals, it's the greatest form of meditation for me. Have a chuckle on me. And these, maybe that's a John Hamm thing that he shared. But yeah, laughter is some pretty good medicine. Yeah, there's the Curb Your Enthusiasm guest stars. Yeah, this season, I haven't seen all of it. I'm not caught up, but very enjoyable. There's Albert Brooks, who I saw at the restaurant Toscano on Friday night. It all comes around. That's your deep dive into the online John Hamm. The online John Hamm Twitter account. Bubbles joined the stream. Bubbles, welcome to the party. Doug in Ohio. Yes, he is still with us. Great to see you, Doug in Ohio. Jen, Mimi, Steve, Rich, thank you for being a part of the Your Pal Hal extravaganza. All right, let's shift gears here and jump into some boom Recs and reviews. I'm going to give you a recommendation for a documentary, a salacious documentary for you to check out. And then we're going to go over the weekend box office results after that. So there is a new documentary on Netflix, just dropped. It is from the people, the same producers who brought you a popular docuseries from a year or two ago called Don't F with Cats. Don't F with Cats, so if you haven't seen Don't F with Cats, I highly recommend it. A very disturbing video surfaced online several years back where a man who obscured his identity videotaped himself, there's no nice way to say this, harming animals, harming cats, and or killing cats. So, like a Facebook group of cat lovers / internet sleuths banded together and made it their life's mission to find this guy who, for his own amusement, videotaped himself, recorded himself hurting sweet defenseless animals. And the journey they go on to find him and the things that are uncovered along the way are shocking. I remember, sometimes you remember, oh, I saw a thing, I guess, let me piece it together. I put this on, and I remember this Saturday morning, I just sat there and watched all 4 episodes or whatever it was all the way through. Don't F with Cats. Highly recommend, although there is some awful footage in there of this guy and these atrocities that he committed against animals. So, well-made, well-told story. The same folks who made that are back with a documentary on Netflix called The Tinder Swindler. The Tinder Swindler. And there it is. It's already getting some good notice there. 93% on the tomato meter with an 83% audience score. And it documents this guy. He's an Israeli national who went gallivanting around Europe in private planes, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, etc. Jet set lifestyle. Has an Instagram with him in nonstop private planes, in like the most exclusive clubs, in like all the, like European capitals, like, Helsinki and London and Paris and Copenhagen and Berlin, and just like gallivanting all over. And then it turns out he was on Tinder, and he had these Tinder profiles, and he got, here's some pictures of him, just really living the life. Big baller, shot caller, behind the wheel of pricey automobiles, flossing with all sorts of designer clothes. And then he struck up these relationships with women on Tinder, and he like convinced them that he was the heir to a diamond fortune. Like his father owned a huge diamond mine and one of the biggest diamond billionaires in the world. And then guess what? Not everything was what it seemed. So this pieces it together. I feel like it's I enjoyed the documentary. Absolutely worth watching. If you like this kind of salacious story that unravels, like a con man whose story becomes unraveled. It does a nice job of that, but it doesn't get as much access to his, not that I want people to have gone through horrific times at this man's hand, but I feel like they could have gotten more of his victims involved. It was a little bit of a limited scope, but for what it is, I thought it was well done. And it's a real like, all right, I'm along for this ride. I got to see what happens. It's engrossing. It was enjoyable. It was a quick watch. It's just it's like an hour and probably an hour and 10-minute documentary about the Tinder swindler. And it's on Netflix right now. Yeah, if you like this kind of salacious con man getting exposed, yeah, he basically robbed women that he dated on Tinder of millions of dollars. And it's a real roller coaster ride. It's a real roller coaster ride. And this guy, this Tinder swindler, a real piece of work. So I recommend checking it out. It was just an easy watch, but not quite as good as Don't F with Cats. Don't F with Cats, mind-boggling. Like, that's like, what? No. What? You're kind of just like shocked at every turn. Don't F with Cats. Tinder Swindler, not quite there, but very solid and enjoyable, salacious watch. Now let's shift gears and see what happened at this weekend's box office. That's right, and I'm getting these numbers off of Box Office Mojo. Box Office Mojo. Let's start with number 5. Coming in, number 5 this weekend. Still, we have some familiar faces hanging around the box office charts. Coming in at number 5 is Sing 2. Sing 2 still putting butts in the seats. $4.2 million at the box office for Sing 2. Coming in at number 4. Number 4 at the box office. Doug says he actually has cats. So I don't know if you're going to like cats, like Don't F with Cats, or dislike it if you have cats, because it's hard to watch. There's some interesting footage in there. Coming in at number 4 this weekend at the box office, Scream. Scream is still hanging around at 4.7 million. 4.7 million. Coming in at number 3, The Phenomenon. We just had a little Spidey talk earlier. SpiderMan, No Way Home. SpiderMan, No Way Home. Lighting up the box office still at a 9.6 clip. $9.6 million. Spider-Man No Way Home. And then, in the top 2 spots, we got 2 new films that just opened. Coming in at number 2, Moonfall. Moonfall Halle Berry's new film about the disaster. The moon is headed towards Earth, directed by disaster specialist Roland Emmerich. Mixed reviews for this film, but it clocked in at a cool $10 million. Didn't exactly set the box office on fire. And then opening weekend we talked about this film last week, and it's Jackass. Jackass Forever. Jackass Forever tipping the scales at not a bad opening weekend, $23.5 million for Jackass. $23.5 million. There you go. Travis, did you get to see that Jackass movie this weekend?
Not yet. I've got two roommates out of the country who, I'm not sure if they're going to see it there, but we're all just going to wait.
Where are they at? Were they on Walkabout?
Yeah, Walkabout in London. They're just... Yeah,
very nice.
We'll walk about. And right before they left, most of the house did a power hour to the first Jackass film, so it would feel just irresponsible to see it without them.
How do you guys do a power hour every week?
No, it was just that one time, and I didn't.
Gotcha.
But our good friend Johnny Stanton was like, I want to come around to do a power hour. We're like, okay, we'll do another power hour with you, Johnny. You're getting married.
Nice.
That's the least we can do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got to get that bachelor some experiences.
Right.
Yeah. Before the old ball and chain locks him up. David, shout out to David who just joined the stream. Thank you for being here. Thanks everybody for hanging out with your pal Hal today. It is 12:38. We're going up till 1 o'clock right here in the home office in Los Angeles, California on the West Coast. It is 3:38 on the East Coast, going up till 4 p.m. It is 2:38 in Omaha, Nebraska, home of Rob Schaeffer, attorney at law. Will be going up until 3 p.m. And it is 8:39 in London, England, where we will be going up till 9 o'clock. And if you want to communicate with us, I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear any of your thoughts or opinions on anything we're talking about here. Go ahead and get your smart device's attention. Use the magic word "say" and drop in anything you want after that. Smart device, say, I never wear shoes. I walk the streets in bare feet. And like my neighbor, I always see walking in bare feet. Smart device, say, I'm at home doing laundry. Smart device, say, I'm eating a giant burrito and it's delicious. You will make me hungry if you say that. Or you can chat with us on YouTube or go to backchannel.tv where you can chat with us and go ahead and leave a little review of the Your Pal Hal show. Let us know if you want more snack talk, less snack talk, or we have just the right amount of snack talk. All right, here's a little section of the show now that we're calling, Hey, Don't Be a Narc. All right. It doesn't pay. It doesn't pay to be a narc. All right. Snitches get stitches. Very nice, Travis. Very nice. So I saw this story and it just like, what? I couldn't believe that. So here's the headline. An Oregon woman was duped into thinking she was training to be a DEA agent for almost a year, officials say. How does that happen? So like,
Oregon residents, classically very gullible people.
Wow. Travis, stick around for a sec. Like,
all right.
Before we even read this article, if you were going to trick someone into thinking that you could hire them to be a law enforcement official, like, how does one go about that?
Oh, boy. God, it's something I wouldn't want to put the effort into so bad. It's hard to even concoct a scheme.
But, so aside from having you're going to need like badges and equipment and stuff.
Yes.
Like body armor or bulletproof vest, badges, and a forged identification card. But then aside from that, if she thinks she's getting training, is it just like, come along and I'll tutor you informally? Or is it like, okay, here's a W-9 and paperwork, or like,
I don't...
Like, how do you not know you're being duped?
That I couldn't tell you. But if it were me and I was tasked with stringing someone along thinking they were going to be a cop, I would get all the materials necessary, so prop badges, uniforms, things like that, and obviously
Yeah.
charge a fee, say you have to pay for this, so, skim some off the top. And then I would watch Police Academy 1 through 3 and Training Day and just make some kind of regimen out of those 4 things.
I mean, Police Academy 1 through 3 is going to teach you how to be a doofus.
Yeah.
You're going to learn from Bobcat Goldthwait.
Absolutely, because then there's no, it's
Steve
like,
Guttenberg.
Why aren't I good at this yet? It's like, well, you keep messing up.
All right.
But then Training Day also. Every once in a while, you got to throw a Training Day in there, and just get really severe.
Like, yeah, go like full Denzel.
Yeah, full Denzel. Do a few,
I am a bad
few days of
mamma-jamma.
Gutenberg. Exactly. One Denzel for every 3 Gutenbergs.
Okay. That's one option. Thank you, Travis. So let's give a read to this article. I found that just like inconceivable. An Oregon man tricked a woman into thinking she was trained to be a DEA agent. Authorities accused him of keeping fake badges, tactical vests, and a rifle that was actually a BB gun. When caught, the man told agents he and his trainee were into cosplay. Wow. All right, let's see that article, if you don't mind. A woman in Oregon who believed she was training to be a Drug Enforcement Administration agent realized she had been tricked for a year by a man pretending to be her supervisor, according to a criminal complaint seen by Insider. What? How do you get strung along? How do you not ask to, all right, can you take me into the office to meet all of the officials? Like, what? I don't get it. So he also kept a tactical vest affixed with DEA police patches, 2 body armor plate carriers, handcuffs, badges, an AR-15 style rifle, which turned out to be a BB gun, an affidavit from a DEA special agent, Morgan T. Barr said. Wow. So he had a bunch of equipment in the trunk of his car. He was let's just say he was riding dirty. Okay. Authorities discovered and detained the pair on February 1st after a police sergeant noticed one of the vests in the open trunk of Golden's car and approached them. Yeah, maybe don't have your fake police stuff open around real police, dope. You know what? And maybe also don't be a narc. Grasspuddle has a great spin on this. Turn this into a rom-com where they got married. I love that. Like, I'm your fake DEA contact, and this is all fake. And you know what? The Drug Enforcement Agency might not have been real, but the love was. Listen, we may not have found bags of uncut cocaine, but you know what we did find? Love. I discovered my heart. This badge ain't real, but these feels are. That's just one line from Riding Dirty, the DEA love story. Rob Schaeffer sounds more like Doug Fackler from Police Academy instead of a DEA agent. Which one's Doug Fackler? Now I got to look that up. Travis, could you kindly remind me which one's Doug Fackler? With an image, Rob Schaeffer with a shout out for a character that I should know. I've seen several Police Academy films. Oh wow, yeah. Good pull, Rob. Good pull. Nicely done. All right. The officer asked Golden if he was a sworn federal agent. And Golden said that he and his trainee were both feds working in Portland. Golden then told the woman to show the officer her fake badge, according to the complaint. Oh, boy. Yeah, deep cut Rob Schaeffer. The pair were transferred that night to DEA investigators, and Golden then admitted the credentials were fake, according to the affidavit. Yeah, I'm surprised it took that long. This time, he claimed he and the woman were into cosplay. Ridiculous. And had the equipment and badges because it provided them protection. It provided them with protection, officials said. Yeah, like, if I carry a fake gun around and wear military fatigues and told people I'm in the army, that, yeah, people might steer clear. Sure. Like, dumb. But also this, I wish we could hear from this woman. Like, is she just like not smart, or was this guy that good? Because, you've got there are some insidious, awful people there. And then there are people who are just very good at lying. Just like, we were just talking about the Tinder swindler. This guy, this fake DEA agent, he was running a ruse. Just like that freaking Tinder swindler. Oh man, there's a lot of jerks out there. There's a lot of lying jerks. Love blinds us all to the truth, says Grass Puddle. Ain't that Grass Puddle? It's true. I want to believe. The heart wants what the heart wants. The heart believes what it wants to believe sometimes. Continuing, Golden also said he had previously helped break up a fight by shouting "police" and holding up his badge like an officer per the document. Wow. So, like, imagine just like you go into a bar, or like you're just hanging out at a bar, and like some people like get into a scuffle. You're like, "Knock it off, police!" My mom chiming in with the back to don't F with cats. Sad hurting little kitty. Yeah, that is sad, mother. Agreed. According to the affidavit, the unidentified trainee who wasn't charged, wow, your ignorance got you off. That's amazing. She told authorities that Golden had given her a DEA badge and a photo ID and said she'd been in training for a year while attending school for criminal justice. Crazy. Like, I get his proof was good enough to trick a woman who was in school for criminal justice. Like, here's the thing. You're studying criminal justice, but you get duped by this guy. You fail. Choose a new career. Choose a new area of study. Am I being too harsh here? Like, you got duped hard for a year by a notable, like, here, given the guy who tricked you, a real jerk face, a real piece of crap. But yeah, maybe pick another career path, because I think criminal justice might not to be your thing. Yeah, Doug just said, if she's pursuing criminal justice, she should know better. Doug actually went through Citizens Police Academy himself. First blind person to go through the chapter. Wow, Doug, congratulations. That's for especially for being visually impaired and achieving that. Nicely done. My father was visually impaired himself. I appreciate like your can-do attitude and making it happen, good sir. Nicely done, Doug. Also, I want to give a shout out to James in Texas who joined us. Nicely done. Oh, we got one of Travis's friends just joining the stream here. Thank you, Travis. She said Golden had taken her on night surveillance ride-alongs. This should be the next ride-along 2. Ride-along 2. Ride Along 3, Ride Along 4. Is it 4 at this point? Ride Along 4, the fake Ride Along. Instead of Ice Cube and Kevin Hart, it's these two people. She said he also took her practice shooting and often... This guy just wanted to date this woman. I don't know. This is weird. So weird. She said he also took her practice shooting and often mentioned 4 other DEA agents by name. Agent Anderson, Agent Luis, Agent Garcia, and Ms. Bennett. Well, I'll run it by Ms. Bennett, and we can see if we can expedite the process. Yeah, let me run it by Anderson and Garcia. Those are like classic names. Like if I'm in a cop show and I'm like, Anderson, Garcia, get in here. Like those are absolutely cop names. The DEA agent who filed the complaint said there weren't any agents on the force by those names and that the agency doesn't provide ride-alongs. Okay, I doubt that there's no agents named Anderson and Garcia. Mr. Anderson. The complaint did not mention Golden's possible motivation for tricking the woman into believing she was a DEA agent. Yeah, like, is this guy, was he just trying to get laid? This dirty jerk. If found guilty, Golden faces up to 3 years in prison and up to a fine of up to $250,000, the Oregonian reported, citing Assistant U.S. Attorney Greg Nyhus. There you go. That is from the files of It Doesn't Pay to Be a Narc. Don't be a narc. Okay? There you go. You might just get duped. Travis.
I want to say what's really funny about this, you were mentioning some, wanting to date this person rom-com vibes. This feels like it could have been a mid-late 2000s, like Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, somebody, rom-com. Yeah. Like Wedding Crashers, 50 First Dates adjacent, where now it's like one of those things you go, ooh, that's not cool, but it just happened in real life.
Yeah, you're taking advantage of another human being and lying to them. Yeah. But that's what they did in Wedding Crashers and stuff like that. So, Travis, once again, we've come to the end of another show, and it's time for our final segment, which is Rejected Segments. Rejected Segments. This is a segment or a segment idea where we thought like, should we do this? Then we realized quickly, no, we shouldn't do it. Before we say what today's is, Grass Puddle says, buy an auction storage that has old DEA items. Nice, if you can find it, then you can enact the ruse. So today's rejected segment is Hal shows us his moles and asks, are these cancerous? Travis, this is a little...
I don't want to do it.
So I've got these 2 moles
right
here. Can you see these?
I'm not a dermatologist, and I've never claimed to be.
So, yeah, see, Travis already feels like he's being put on the spot. I don't think there. I've had a dermatologist. Actually, there was a different mole that I had removed, and then these grew in its place. And see, this is just like we're going down a weird rabbit hole here. That's why it's a rejected segment.
We got poor Gliss from Mario Smith just joined the stream, waiting patiently, and then what does he get against you looking at moles?
I know, Mario. My apologies, but let me encourage everyone to stick around and enjoy the drive with the excellent Mario Smith. The drive with Mario Smith is coming up right here. I want to thank everybody who hung out with us today, all my pals. We had a little too much fun. Thanks everybody who participated in the show. Mario! Moles? Yes. This is a rejected segment, looking at moles. Good to see you here, Mario Smith. Thank you again, everybody. Thank you, everybody at Backchannel. And thank you, producer Travis, for holding it down. Mario Smith, the folks are in very good hands with you. Please stick around and enjoy the drive. And I will see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 1 p.m. in